We're back. So, what I ended up doing was I just kind of hopped around a few bars, and I just grabbed like one or two drinks there that looked interesting. I just wanted to try a lot of local stuff because I know craft beer. I'm gonna turn the volume down a bit. I actually really like this episode though. So, craft beer is finally starting to catch on in Japan, from what I know. So I went around and wanted to try a lot of that. It's fine. I don't think the price is really justified right now because most of the places were giving like a pint was like nearly $10, and I was like, that's a lot. That is definitely a lot for craft beer if you're making it locally, especially. It was like the same price as like imports, which really surprised me. But I guess it might have something to do with their beer industry here because I wouldn't be surprised if the beer giants have some control over the pricing in the market, just like in America. That's why Bud is so cheap and shit like that. But stepping away from that, let's see. I played a bit of Guilty Gear. I beat up a soul. It was pure skill. No, I really just mashed DP after a lot of stuff, and he didn't know what to do. I stunned him like a few times, like. If he gets stunned in the Coom matchup, that's you just not knowing the matchup, but I digress again. So, I went to Gachapon. There was a bunch of Gachapon alleys, and what I was originally thinking was that stuff that you could get at some of them would be very hard to find elsewhere, and maybe that is the case, but in these like 3 or 4... So no, it's more like 5 or 6 Gachapon alleys I went to, including round 1. A lot of the stuff, there was a lot of stuff that was pretty similar. Like there was little hats you can put on the cats. There's like fruits and stuff, and they have like neckties for them also. Those were all there at like each one, and there was other similar ones. Like there was so much Precure stuff. I honestly do not get why that show is so goddamn popular. There's so much Precure shit. But I couldn't find any Kimono Friends stuff, and I settled for the next best thing, which was this. The Serval Kittens. Sabaru Kyata. Sabaru Kyata. I couldn't figure out what this part was. When they have like the two smalls, it always kills me. Sabaru Kyata. So, Kyato. Sorry, I'm a stupid Baka Gaijin. This one had, I think, only 3 variations. Oh, it looks like 4. But this is one of the... I've played gacha like a few other times. Or not even gacha specifically, just like, you know, those little mystery boxes where they'll have a bunch of them lined up. And then, like, in, like, a packet of boxes, like, supposedly it's supposed to be an even chance to get stuff. But it's like, oh, you pick one, you get a random character. That's basically the same thing as gacha. And usually those turn out shit for me. I don't think I've almost ever gotten my first, second, or third choice from those if they were, like, a pack of 9. And this one, my odds were a bit better because there was only 4 of them. And the one I really wanted was the sleeping one because I was like, this one's going to be, like, the most convenient to just, like, put down on a desk. It's not going to take up a lot of vertical space and be awkward like some of the other ones. And I actually got the sleeping one on my first try. I wasn't planning on going for more than one. That's how people get sucked in, you know. You just have to cut your losses early. But I was really, really happy that I got this one. I'm going to take it out really quick. You can see my stupid face as I try to figure this out. It's actually very simple. I'm just very stupid. Alright. Here we go. They're really small, as you can see. Like, it's like about the size of the first digit on your thumb. Oh, but it's just really nice. It's just very... Oh my fucking god, it is so fucking cute. It's that little brand name AA. They're probably like a gacha company, but it's really nice, actually. It's just cute. This was one of the cheaper ones. I believe this one was going for $200 or $300 a pop. I don't even think I can see on here. Oh, there it is, yeah. This one was 300 yen right there. Boop. 300 yen per pop. So I went for that. There was a few other cool ones that I know there was a few that would make really good gifts. But I didn't have enough 100 yen coins, and I wasn't willing to drop some stuff into those coin loaders because I saw that one of them was broken, so I just decided to spend only on this one. But I'll probably go back and get some. I see they range from like 100 to like 600 or so. It's really surprised me. I didn't know they'd go up to 600. And honestly, then I kind of see why like some gacha stuff is pretty expensive online. I remember seeing some. Trying to remember what brand it was. There was a gacha that I really liked, and I was like, "Oh man, I'll take any." I think it might have been Me. I think they had a gacha, but like the gacha stuffs were like 15, 16 bucks to like get one online and send it, and I was like, "That's ridiculous." But considering that it would already be maybe $5 starting, that's not too ridiculous after all. Okay, that rant's out of the way. Aside from that, I've tried a good bit of convenience store food so far. I didn't. Honestly, the fried chicken breasts taste mostly the same from place to place. I want to try like. They have a few variations. Like one of them is like the spicy version. Another one has like teriyaki or barbecue. So I kind of want to try the other versions. But on a base level, they're all pretty similar to start with. But that's not a bad thing at all. Because they're all fucking good. So, whichever one, suits your fancy. Like, maybe you like, I don't know, the Lawson's one I had was, like, really fatty, which is good if you want, like, a really fatty piece of chicken. So if you're a person who's like, oh, yes, I want a very fat, hearty piece of chicken, then Lawson's is probably your choice. If you want one that's just, it tastes like there's gravy on it, I think Family Mart's was definitely better in that sense. 7-Eleven's, I didn't like that much. Maybe it wasn't like fresh or something. I didn't think 7-Eleven's was that good, but 7-Eleven's katsu sandwich was really good. Family Mart's katsu sandwich left me really disappointed. Or maybe I got the teriyaki one. Oh my gosh, that might have been it. I don't have the wrappers with me anymore, but I think I might have gotten a teriyaki sandwich from Family Mart instead. But the katsu sandwich is really good. The egg sandwiches are all great. You really can't go wrong with that. I feel like if you don't know what to eat and you just want something quick and filling and like won't fuck with your stomach if you have a sensitive stomach, then I think the little egg sandwiches are really, really the way to go. Because for one thing, they're very cheap. They look like they all ranged from 100 to 200 yen, which is great. And another thing is like they don't have, like it's just bread, egg, that's it. Some of them have mayonnaise, but it's just bread and egg for most of the part, which is really good. If you want something just really simple, if you want to be able to like toss some salt or pepper or ketchup on it, whatever you want, it's really up to you. It's really good. Those are great. I tried a few onigiris. The salmon one is great. Can't go wrong with salmon. I love the salmon ones. I didn't get to try the smoked salmon. I tried the mackerel one. The mackerel one is fine, but I see why. When I was getting the mackerel one, she asked the cashier asked if I wanted it warmed up, and I said no because I was like, I'm just gonna eat it right now. I don't really care too much if it's warmed up. But I really should have gotten it warmed up because mackerel is one of those fish where I think it really suffers if it's not hot. That's what I should have done. So I'll probably try it again hot. I really like the onigiri just because, I don't know, it's starch. It's a lot. It's just like the sandwiches. It's starch and meat, but it's like a different starch and meat than what I usually get because I love sandwiches. So it's something I can just try a bit more with a fresher lens, I guess.